Our journey with the International Organization for Migration begins with an hour flight from Port Moresby to Madang.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madang. For your comfort and safety, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until this aircraft has come to a complete stop.
From Madang town, we took a 4 hours road trip up to Bogia Highway. By the time we reached our destination, it was already nightfall. It's past 6 o'clock in the morning and we're here at Bogia District in the Madang Province. Behind me across the seas lies the country's most active volcano, the Manam volcano. As the sun rose up, Manam Island with its volcano became more visible. Over 3,000 houses were destroyed by volcanic eruptions in 2004 and 2005. This includes food gardens, water wells, and the surrounding environment. Around 9,000 people had to be evacuated from the island to mainland Bogia. About 6,000 islanders were sheltered in care centres in mainland Bogia. The care centres were established in government-owned coconut plantations in Bogia and Sumkar districts. Back then, displacement was seen as temporary. By 2006, evidence of future eruptions revealed that returning to the island posed serious risk to the lives of Manam Islanders. Thus, they had to be resettled. However, providing adequate land and shelter is another issue.
Okay, name Lomi William Rupunai, mi kukurai belong Iasa. So normally each kukurai lo one place. We've got 15 villages lo island. Each village got own kukurai belong. So in our society, we play no got sort of paramountcy or this like kind. Nobody, no kukurai would be above another. That's how we play the society. Eruptions come up close to we go now. Finally, we come up 2004. We erupt big plan now. We play evacuate. On that occasion. Lo Budua village, only losing about 13 pla, only in Dailong, Paya. I think we stop all the human, time you vacate him or you lose him place below you. But you pull him Olsem down, Adesilakan. No, we normally in up long, we should have assistance long time ago. Long psychologically prepare him all man lo time lo evacuation Adesilakan. At the moment, we play fen lo mi play it. Wara mi play digim long. Now, Kai walk go down lig long me belong them me blow overuse him ground. Lig space lo plantation me play walk then and me start long every me effect long this la overuse now. Sem na Kai no good blood to mass. Na mainly sem solwara sol and vast resource sem solwara. Now all brata arre only permit me play long. Golo solwara na hook na this la. Other than that, land belong all I think you will get a sour ground and big plus something lower get a man. We play wrong long go walk him all something lo boost blow too ya. So constantly me play say got illegally trouble one time all. I mean all mainly lo basics belong sit down belong me play like Sem all this all material. Mipla mas tram panim money long bayam long big place. Na mipla lago lo bus lo panim diwai o kain Olsem lo kima house na dislakain. All man long place as place two by oli no na ba mas tu mas. Mipla bus long olia. So constantly mipla mas tram long asking all one toklo town lo albi mipla long legally 1 shilling long bayam all material dislakai. In the first instance, mipla all kata yetikam because eruption is so massive na nogat mana mipla poret. All kata man mipla come now na along the line the time you walk now na place you walk logo green legally now. So living long care centers too he has legally ka he had lo panimol kai dislakai now. All money start logo back again where all place belong only alright legally ka. Sambla mipla all place belong mi Karanas na dislakan or something, Karamabim now na we couldn't go back na walking all something about. I mean we are a society that by me tokos and by me bla nogat now. Even we've gone to the stage where all line as place all me we've got constant war. Me bla lusim plantiman meri oli klimol. Me bla sin now na me oli sim me bla tokim government long albi policeman ino kam long security me bla na dislakan. It might as well kisim guns on whatever, wipe us out now. We cannot be a liability to the present government. Because mibla constantly mibla karayna, karayabla mibla go nothing. Mano, Olsem Gazelle, well, I've just returned from Gazelle. Me looking all tolai hawali stretim sinan blong all politicians oli alibim oli cooperate oli wokwante. Whereas in our case, there is no political will.
The International Organization for Migration, with the support of DFAT, are working closely with Manam Islanders and their host communities in the care centers. We've just left Zogari village and we're on a 40-minute boat ride to Manam Island. Behind me is the Manam volcano.
So all is part of the ash, but this is magma, molten rock that were actually flowing, and then it hardened and become these rocks.
Emergency and Disaster Coordinator for International Organization for Migration, Wanesai Sitole, tells us more about the Manam volcano.
This is actually the path of volcanic lava flow of the Manam volcano from the epicenter of the volcano, which is up there. So where we are standing is actually the whole lava that is just solidified, and it was actually falling into the sea. So it was actually flowing in form of magma molten, and then it hardened as it was going down. So all these rocks that we are seeing, they were once liquid and very hot, but they are actually from the Earth's crust. Yeah, it's normal when you deal with what we call internally displaced persons. When the people are displaced as a result of natural hazards like this volcano, they tend to relocate temporarily, and some actually can go and stay permanently in the area where they are going to be relocated. But however, sometimes their relationship with the host community can affect what we call their integration into the host community. So because of that, some communities end up going back to where they originally come from. They would rather face the risk of the volcano than to face the risk of actually having some lack of integration with the host community. And this could be one of the examples of really what happened with the Manam relocation. When people moved to the mainland, there were so many challenges that they were having with the host community that other people opted to come back to the main island. That's why we are having some people who are actually staying here on the island. From the information that we have, there are over 1,500 to 2,500 people who have moved back to the Manam Island. But that's the statistic that we currently have at the meantime.
We then took a 15-minute boat ride to Baliao village on the other side of the island. Manam Island is surrounded by huge black volcanic rocks, and the island is just about 10 kilometers wide. When we finally arrived at the beach, we found Manam children brushing cooking pots with volcanic sand. We've just arrived on the other side of Manam Island and we're walking through to Baliao village now. After 10 minutes walk up the hill, we finally arrive in Baliao village.
Lihat ni nem lumi kaspar kauke na liblo di place Baliao na mi posman lo di place na bibla isa pret kasol Wanem bibla like golong mem no ka because em ap lumi plana bibla sa prima mas ta solo stap so mountain paya bibla ba stap because losing place or losing island to mad lo bibla because bibla no good use lo stop lo narap la ground o kanaso because government ino sa lulu lo bibla I think 10 or 11 or 12 years something about because bibla stop lo narapla ground so bibla I painim hatro
nemblum keti manti na ebi blom pla mama lo ya em pla sa facing bibla problem lo wara side em disla side na side lo education or pikinini blom pla no sa kisim asem wala sa kisim good pla sabe because education side no good pla to mas lo mi pla or tisa ino sabe attending school to mas lo school mo pikinini o sa poretim paya lo kam teach lo island lo mi pla no sa poretim paya mi pla now yet mi pla sa poretim paya na staff ya mi pla sa you look mi pla mama sta sol tinting na bel mi pla sa team paya o sem big pla bakara pe mi staff close to mi pla na mi pla sa poret one time na staff lo this island mi pla no sa mama stomas poret one time ke senta mi pla go finish past time na mi pla film o sem mi pla no mama stomas lo staff lo this la place plant time mi pesta mi pla go lo this la lo que senta mi pla paini bi pla bagara planti man meri ol paini bagara pla ol daina no ka planti man pikinini meri ol dai lo outside blausi kem longwe no got good pla wara no got good pla ground mi pla bogo kim garden na kai lo lukoti mi pla na government ino sa lukoti mi pla sa area para pla sampla ol sen side blo elta lo sali marasin lo mi pla kamna walkman tu kamna all be stop close to lo mi pla la vai lukoti mi pla em no gat.
The villages on the island have 9 escape routes in case of emergency. This is one of the escape routes. This escape route leads us to the beach, but just how fast they can get away from danger is another question. Apart from working with Manam Islanders and their host communities, International Organization for Migration also works closely with other communities such as Kayan, Gamay, and Bodbod, which are located further up the Bogia District towards the border of Madang and East Province. These communities are prone to natural disasters such as king tides and flooding. International Organization for Migration's Chief of Mission in PNG, George Gigari, tells us more about their work in these communities.
Look, we're doing what I consider to be critically important work here, focusing on two things. So one is specifically the situation of the internally displaced from Manam Island and the host communities. We're working on reconciliation, peace building and resolving of tensions between the two communities, and we're trying to assist the host community and the IDPs in disaster preparedness, livelihoods, and community development and empowerment. And also we're working with other villages like Bodbod, for example, where we're traveling now to transform them, to prepare them for evacuations in case of king tides and volcano eruptions, as well as poverty alleviation and development of different sectors of community life in general.
We're here now in Dobdob village. This village has a population of over 400 people. The village is prone to flooding and king tides. Pascal, a local from Bodbod village, takes us through the village.
Sometimes reaching flow blouse. Potsdam sink, this level post blow. Olsem drop go down. Olsem kurungo. So no style house. Time lose lagan bagarap. All get us a golo bus. Golo inland area all setting. Was house bus or house camp, bus camp number is lagan. Antap. Big flywara king tide come. This level too. Overflow. Now you may cross him. You may go seaside. Nambis.
Like many villages, accessing clean water is a big problem.
Andrew Bade, me belong this community board. Okay, house belong staff long last location belong place long upside through where long 2008 December 9 this king tati been striking me bla long in. And now I am even come some in a long blood time to mass. Now I'm striking now all got something all get the house. Now you blood looking lawyer, I'm silly for me one kind. One swiping all get the house, no, put him around this lawara, no me blacam across. Got me blast tab long house, I'm long heli close to some 5 o'clock morning. Yes, time me blood looking I'm solwara and kirap long and I'm come some 2, 3, 4 times, see double up na come up. Solwara stab lawyer na house stab sem long magas long up sanab long. I'm solwara long. Tiwa sanab long up na solwara stab long yan. Em long web long. Places silip also me go na solwara em stab also. Time em strike him. Em itim through na em go. Em mi bla stab long yan. Na pasin na style mi bla stab long yan em loose kalsa tu ora hamno sem na em gat big pla look so sem em no look sem place mo na you get feeling so sem you stop now ora something still lively that's all now you know looking more it's gone.
A beach that was once inhabited by humans is now empty. Looking across from this beach is the site of Manam Island. It's been 12 years since the displacement of Manam Islanders. Earlier this year, the Manam Resettlement Bill was passed by Parliament. Today, over 10,000 Manam Islanders are living in 3 different care centers: Potsdam, Asuramba and Mangem. We are currently on Manam Care Center in the Sumkar District.
Lomi Beverly Orurun, Mr. Lo Mangem Care Center, lo dugulava place lo Mangem, na stop mi place stop Olsem, walk lo mi pla lo mama lo place morning mi pla bago lo garden, to kauti mo pikinin and basic walk mi place a walking. Time mi pla come stop walk planti heavy in all papa trango time isa heavy sa go big pla mi pla sort or something lo place and all papa sa go out na go kisim sampla time all aski mo last place planti time all no sa aski mo last place also stealing na mi pla stop lo mi pla walk lo mi pla wante mo pikinini mi pla was lo pikinini painim kai blongol ground and mi pla isot. Only way now mi pla look because mi pla sa look lo resources na ground mi pla no gat ground. Well pikinini batok behind em ground lo papa em bamigo walk garden lem walk opera walk kakao long em. So only way now mi pla sa strong mo pikinini lo go school. Okay mi pla tu gat lo mi pla 33 plus socio-economic group lo mi pla. Na lo disla na mi pla identify more problems inside lo disla socio-economic group ya. Mi pla identify more disla problems. And now mi pla try lo give him some pla solution long all. Okay, at the end of this little projects now, for workshop all talking mi pla lo come up one time all projects. So mi pla looking all certain projects where by impact team life blow man Mary mi pla puti all na prioritize all. Na mi pla like Olsem IOM as at least providing all this all materials lo mi pla go making this little project come up through. So mi pla ama maso se IOM come na stop one time mi pla Olsem.
Because after all, so this school belong all long, they've got more experience. Na time only come give me pla long when I'm all legally school now. Mi pla pilim sampla time is focus blo ting blo mi pla mi short sighted or mi pla man blo place. Time all give me pla the other way of thinking and now mi pla xima mas all any will give me good plus.
So the community responded positively because ultimately this process is not about IUM. We're here merely to support the government and facilitate. This is about the people themselves. So of course they responded positively because we have come to tell them about the strength that they have and about the projects and programs that they can implement themselves. We're here merely to assist, and once people realize what they can do themselves, it really transforms the community and creates a sense of forward motion. And that's what drives development forward.
The International Organization for Migration, with the support of DFAT, launched community development plans in 2 Manam Care Centres, Potsdam and Asuramba. This includes their host communities. development plans were also launched in Kayan, Gamay, and Bodbod in Bogia District. These areas are located towards the border of Madang and East Sepik Province. In these plans, the communities highlight key development areas which they would like to work on together in their communities. With that, they've contributed a total of 10,000 kina. International Organization for Migration complemented the community's efforts with a seed money of 170,000 kina with the support of DFAT. Each community will be given 10,000 kina to support their priority areas.
Well, I think the future is bright, and that's why I do the job that I do, because I'm an optimist and I believe in people. And once people start believing in themselves, sky's the limit. There may be some budgetary limitations at the provincial level and the national level, but that doesn't mean that you should give up and do nothing. And I think very soon we will see some real tangible results. The projects that we've launched today are just the beginning. The projects that have been identified, people have already started working on them. And that's where we will come in together with other donors and the rest of the United Nations country team to support the people and to keep this forward momentum going. So once you have momentum, you have the strong drive forward, and that's what unites people, and development comes.
I'm helping mipla lo work one time na planting mipla line mol nupla something one time. Na I making mipla clear lo how lo go out na Olsem how or help him lol outside sa coming lol community. You know sa coming nothing. You must make it sample something. So now I owe him talk Olsem. You must got sample lo pocket lo you too na narapla ba giving you. So mipla make him Olsem too. So I owe him lining mipla plant something.
All we have time for on Olsem Wanem. If you have any comments or stories you would like to share, please send us your message via the email address showing on your screen, or send us a message on our Facebook page. From the Olsem Wanem team, I'm Deborah Panis. Have a pleasant evening.